if you don't have your facts on a matter, keep quiet. Try shut up. Because one day they will pick you up, arrest you, so make you can't defend that thing where you talk. And if you feel you have an opinion, try to make it clean. Try to make it clean. It does not have to be very dirty. But if you ask me, I'll say keep your opinion to yourself. Because opinion they put food for person table. You don't go put food.
Hello, my people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My people, finally, Frederick Leonard don't come out to come talk in your side of the story on what really happened between himself and Peggy Ovire, because a video they trend of a lady we talk say he leave Peggy because Peggy is not a submissive woman, and anytime they argue, Peggy always work hard on Frederick. So right now, he don't come out to come talk, and also a guy very close to Peggy Ovire don't come out to analyze everything when really happen. So my people, make una just keep on watching to hear from the horse's mouth and to hear from this guy when they very close to Peggy. We come out to come talk what really happened. Keep on watching, and please make sure not forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet. God bless you all for watching.
My people, how on a day? It not be like before when social media was a very healthy place. Now it has become a very toxic place, and people like us don't decide to leave the app for people way not them get them. But once in a while we just show up here to show gratitude. Listen, I won't talk no plenty. Listen, I won't talk. They're very simple. Thank you for 2025, guys. You guys rocked with me. You guys were amazing. Thank you. And as we go into 2026, I pray that God answer everybody's prayer. Even the one where you pray come outside with your mouth, the ones will be saying inside your chest, within your heart, to they worry you. My prayer is that God go meet you at every point of your need. And I pray that the Almighty continues to elevate us all, so that our heart will be pure towards our brother and our sister and our neighbor. 2026 will favor you. It will favor me. It will favor all of us. And that is my prayer, and that is my wish. So as I thank you guys for rocking with me and the entire Frederick Leonard TV production crew for 2025, I say that we can go harder in 2026. I look forward to your support. I look forward to your prayers. I look forward to your endorsements. I look forward to, to your reviews for the work that we're going to be releasing and the work we're going to do. I'm in the creative sector. I'm a stakeholder, and the onus always rests on me to do the best that I can do, beyond adding my quota to the growth of my industry, but also to ensure that I entertain and that I please, So, as always, me and my team will do our best. We're going to do our part. I can assure you. Be rest assured that's going to happen, But beyond all of that, let us all learn to be good people. 2026, can we have a good heart towards one another? Let's stay away from all the toxic energy. The toxicity is too much. It's not moving anybody forward. So if you're a toxic person, you will get bad mind. You say your life don't change. Your toxicity has not moved you forward. Rather, it moves you backwards, because this world where we did to is a spiritual place. So as you talk and wish for your fellow human being, how you think so your own life won't better. And that is the message I want you to take. So be a good person. Have a clean heart. If you don't have your facts on a matter, keep quiet. Try shut up. Because one day they will pick you up, arrest you, so make you can't defend that thing where you talk. you know. And if you feel you have an opinion, try to make it clean, you know. Try to make it clean. It does not have to be very dirty. But if you ask me, I would say keep your opinion to yourself. Because opinion, they put food for person table. You don't go put food for your account. Rather, you're just going to make a mess of yourself. So please, let's have a very clean 2026 and beyond, so that the airways will be very clean, and the blessings of God go locate us wherever we be. I wish you all the best. I say a happy new year. A happy new year. And God loves you. God loves us all. And his blessings will definitely find us this year. We will just enter soon. My people, are not too much. Freddie Nation, God bless you.
What will you do if you find out that the man that you are dating is sleeping with a married woman with kids? You asked him about it, but he totally denies it, saying they are just friends, and you completely believed him. You eventually got married to him. Your husband always hypes the married woman in public, but privately, your husband tells you how local that his friend is, which is the married woman. It's just to manipulate you so you will not suspect a thing. But one day, as God will have it, you got evidence and found out your husband and the said lady were never just friends. He has been sleeping with the married woman. They constantly meet up either in his apartment when he goes to work or in a hotel. She also leaves her husband's house to go meet him in his apartment and in hotels, yet this same man judges and castigates single girls who sleep with married men. Not long after getting married, you notice that he is now comparing you to this married side chick. You found out that he even visits her at home, unknowing to her husband on some occasions. He visits while her husband is around, because the married side chick's husband also believes husband is just friends with his wife. This married side chick even attended your wedding, and you had no problem with it because you thought they were just friends. But now you have evidence of both of them meeting up in hotels doing stuff, and your so-called husband telling her how much he misses her while he's still married to you. Would you remain married to such a man? Yikes. First of all, it is not a gender thing. I repeat, it is not a gender problem. Before you say, oh, men are scum, I've always known men are this. The woman that he's doing it with, she's a married woman also. Gave him consent. She has a choice. And she allowed him consistently sleep with her while she was also married to another man. So the accountability should be on both parts. So it's not a gender thing, it's a human being thing. Your child can do this. I have heard of cases where a child of a mother sleeps with a father. I've heard of fathers sleeping with their daughters. Even down to biblical times, Absalom. The time of Absalom, when he wanted to sleep with his sister. Marriage is not going to solve your lack of self-control. If you're a guy and you think that, oh, if you get into marriage, it is going to solve your thirst or hunger for having sex with different women, it's not going to happen. Marriage is not going to stop it. It is only going to reveal it to your wife if she's smart enough to find out. And as for a woman, marriage is not going to also stop your lack of self-control to be promiscuous. No, it will only reveal it or expose you. Marriage doesn't stop anything. If anything, it even amplifies. The energy to build, what you need to put, the materials you need to conjure up together is so much compared to what you need to use to destroy. If you want to build a 7-story building, it's going to take you like 6, 8, 10, 12, 1 year, 2 years to build it. But to pull it down, one single missile, pam, in seconds, it's done. Or Caterpillar can demolish it in 2 hours or 3 hours. The time, the materials you need to build a relationship, long-suffering gestures, consistent romantic gestures, service, reconciliation. You need to do a lot of things to get the trust of both parties before you get to the point of marriage. To destroy that relationship, all you need to do is one lie or one lack of self-control. If you lack self-control, just know that the detriment of you lacking that self-control is that you are setting yourself up for a marriage that is not going to last. The reason is because what it takes to destroy a relationship is so little compared to what it takes to build a relationship. Why on earth would this man do this to her? Like, why would you choose to hurt her this way? Choice. I saw someone say, if God is a good God, your God is a good God, why would you allow you go through this pain when he knows that this man is going to do this to you? And I tell people this, you see, you misconstrue the idea of predestination. You see, the idea of God as a God being and all-knowing, or the creator, is that God knows all the outcome of anything that can happen on earth without influencing the choice of the person. You want to go for a program, you can decide to trek, you can decide to use helicopter, you can decide to break the journey halfway, you can decide to use plane, you can decide to do any choice you choose is your responsibility. But the idea of God is that every single choice you can make to execute that mission, he knows all the possible scenarios to which you can take that choice, and he knows the outcome of everything, but he does not influence your choice. Husband going to meet the lady or doing whatever he wants to do or whatever, God knew the outcome of every possibility. Whether the husband chooses to go and do it in the hotel or this or that, he knows everything. But God is not going to stop it, because for God to stop it, you are telling God to violate the fundamental human right of what it means to be built in the imago Dei, the image of God. In the sense that what makes you in the image of God is that you have choice, free will. If I cannot have the ability to choose you or not choose you, I can't love you. Love is intricate with free will. Your husband must be able to say, I choose to be loyal to you, or I choose not to be loyal to you. Which is why I tell people, love is not a feeling. You can't say, I love my wife, and go and cheat on her, because you are misinterpreting the narration of what love is. You cannot define the meaning of a word. For example, let me break down what I'm trying to bring out. What is this? This is a jotter, right? Can I use it to blow air? Yes. Does it make it a fan? No. It will never be a fan. It is a jotter. But can it do the work of a fan? If I apply manual labor to blow it at rapid pace, yes, it can blow air. Because I use it to blow air, if I drop it here and somebody wants to request for this, will he say, give me that fan? He will say, give me that book. The fact that this can do the work of what a fan should do will never change it. That means the meaning of a thing is not determined by the output of what that thing can do. So love has a meaning. The fact that you use it in an occasion or a scenario that you deem fit doesn't mean that's love. Love is an action. It's a verb. It's not a feeling. The right sentence you want to say is, a man can still desire his wife, yet he can choose not to love her. That thing you call love is desire. It's not love. It's desire. I can desire you to still be in the marriage. I can desire you to the point of still showing you my erotic feelings. I am still in awe of you as my wife. I can still want to kiss you, be romantic, buy you gifts. I still desire you. All those things are built on feelings. They are fleeting. Someday you feel like it, someday you don't feel like it. But the action itself is love. Love is what compels you to say no when you want to cheat. In the sense that you see that going to meet that woman, what makes you say, I cannot do this to my wife, is the love. The action itself of not doing it, that is the love. As a man, I can have sex with 200 women and still desire only one. But you mistake that desire and now think it is love because you are still willing to go the extra mile for her compared to other people. That thing is desire. That's not love. Love itself is that action. Because I don't want to bring her pain, because I don't want to bring her suffering, because I don't want this thing to affect her. I want to be a source of joy and happiness and hope and a sweet life to your spouse. That is love. Love is a deliberate effort towards an imperfect person, seeking the person's highest good, which involves experiential sacrifice. Break that down into any level of biblical narrative you want to, you will find your meaning there. A true leader must be willing to accept the right of a human being to be wise and to be foolish. If truly you want to see that this person loves you, you must respect their right to be wise and to be foolish. God is fully aware of everything the husband did. There is no option or choice you make on earth that shocks God. He's prepared for all the outcomes. Now somebody now says, are you not saying that God is prepared for what the hurt he has given to her? So here's the truth about what it means to be a man. A man can be a Christian, go to church, finish praying, finish on the pulpit, speak in tongues for 7 days, and on the 8th day he can fornicate if he's not careful. Your weakest moment for temptation is often after a long journey of consecration with God. Go and check every single time the devil came to tempt Jesus. It was often when he finished fasting and prayers. Go and check it. Test your life. Every single time you're done fasting and praying, or after you're done consecrating, or you're done praying for the night, that is when the thought or imagination to sin comes. It's your weakest moment. You can't call it a mistake. How can he has been doing it for so long? And let me tell you the truth. If there was social media in the period of David in the Bible, I wonder what you people would do. Whatever this man did, I'm not saying it's right. Let me land. Whatever he did is nothing compared to what David in the Bible did. Do you know what David in the Bible did? A man after God's heart. Do you know what he did? David took another man's wife. Then he planned to make the man to sleep with his own wife to justify when that one no work. He can't send person, one of the guys, say if they go out, go fight. Say make a plan how they go kill the guy so that he can take the girl. That's a man after God's heart. This one never kill now. He never kill now. Just this thing he do now. Now, am I saying it's right? No. What I'm bringing out is, if God reveals the depth and the width of every single one of us, our atrocities, what we are capable of doing, every human being will hate each other. You see me that I'm talking by grace. I have done some despicable things in my lifetime that, by the order of this scenario, it's not that I wanted to be like that. It's that I have not been in such situation before. I've not been in a situation where a human being could treat me with such contempt and hate that I was tempted and I did some certain things that I'm not proud of. Now, on that note, I have tried to retrace my steps and do better, which is why I always tell people I don't subscribe to the idea of once a cheat, always a cheat. It's not true. Even though a man can cheat and say he wants to stop and he will still go and cheat, that doesn't mean that once a cheat, always a cheat. It's not true. It's a fallacy conjured up by men. It's not true. You say once a thief, always a thief. It's not true. You say once an unscroll, always an unscroll. It's not true. It's not factual. The reason why many people think that way is because of the idea that society has taught them that once you are like this, you can't be better. You can be better. It's a lie. It's not true. And I'll tell you why. Paul is an example in the Bible. I don't want to list up some of people I know. How many pastors have you seen preach on the pulpit and tell you that I was in this thing or this thing, I was a bad boy like this, and they became this? I'm talking about pastors that are sold out for Christ. I'm not talking about the ones that all they care about is money. So what are we on about? If you know what I was before, you will not see me where they stand. Now by God's grace, how do you stand? The capacity to renovate your life is there. You can't be a failure. It's impossible. You are a human being. The capacity to be a failure is not there as a human being. Failure is a stagnant statement. You can fail. For example, he has failed the test of love. Is he always going to be there? I don't know. I've not yet said if she should stay or not. We warned her, she didn't listen, we warned her about him. Let me tell you something. There are scenarios where people will warn you about a man and you will get married to the man and the man will end up doing nothing to hurt you till you die. And also there are scenarios where they will not warn you and the man will be the best man during dating period, and when you marry, the man will become the best villain you can ever imagine. The same thing goes for the woman. There is no modus operandi to a happy marriage. Marriage is so tricky that you don't even need God to have a successful marriage. If you did that time, go Saudi Arabia, go Iran, go all those countries where they don't worship God. Are you telling me they don't have happy marriages? You don't need God to have a successful marriage. There are some marriages that they don't believe in God. All they have is money, and they've been exchanging gifts for the past 80 years and they still love each other on the basis of their transaction. Any marriage can fail. Marriage only fails when one person, under Christianity, when one person decides to walk away from the obedience of God. How then do I find a good wife? How then do I find a good husband? You don't look for a good wife. A good wife gravitates towards you. Bible says goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. He also said a good wife is a gift from God. If somebody wants to give you a gift, do you go and look for them? Or they come and give it to you? Now then go call you and say, I have a gift for you. So you don't look for a good wife or a good husband. You position yourself as the one to become the good wife. As me, now let me use myself as a case study. If I say, oh, I'm looking for a wife, my job is not to look for a good wife. My job is to consecrate myself to become a good man so that I can attract a good wife. Let me break it down. Goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life, which means whatever I am looking for in goodness and finance and whatever, it is looking for me. Your destiny is location sensitive. It is looking for you. Where's Tomide? Where's Tomide? Where's Tomide? Where's Tomide? All I need to do is position myself in the right place and my purpose will find me. So for those people advising her that we told you that this man is better, my sister, calm down. No modus operandi to this thing. Relationship is not the way it used to be. It has changed. As a man or as a woman, your duty to have self-control is at an all-time high, but you don't know it. Like, life is so fast right now that you don't even know. Back in the days, if I wanted to watch porn, it can take me 2 months planning just to be stupid for 2 minutes. Look at it, you like, if I steal money, trek there, I beg, I know they do. So you will think that it's because you were good. It's because it was stressful to deliver your carelessness. Compared to now, it is so easy to execute your carelessness. So now there is a demand for a higher discipline. How many men can travel and stay in a hotel and you are not thinking of which girl will come stay with me? How? Social media has bastardized our brain to think a certain way. There are many things I want to say, but the confinement of this thing cannot allow me, which is why I think I'm going to go live later today by around 10. I'll go live for anybody that wants to really understand this thing. Let's dissect it by around 10. Every destroyed marriage starts with a moment of bliss. If you raise your hand up like this, it's not going to hurt you. But if you leave your hand like this for the next 20 minutes, it will start to pain you. If you like, take diclofenac 5,000 times. Yes, it will numb the pain for a little bit, but that hand will still come back to pain you. Right now, it's already hurting. The only way this is solved is if you return your hand back down. So that means the fact that a moment of joy and happiness starts does not mean you have made the right choice. It takes time. The truth is, the fact that your marriage failed does not mean you have failed God. What God really cares about is redemption. How are you going to interpret this pain? Will you take this marriage as your all? Oh, I failed. My marriage has failed. Or will you say, if the Lord wills, so will I stand? And last, let me chip this in. Social media is never your solution. For some of you that have this habit of any small thing, you don't bring on social media. I'm not invalidating your choice, it's your choice. But this is an advice for people that are listening to this in case this happens to you. Social media is not the solution. Finally, to consecrate yourself with Jesus, then you need to seek comfort with your loved ones. Then you need to pray for him and you, because you are still married, whether you like it or not. except you divorce, So forgiveness does not establish a relationship. The fact that I forgive you or you forgive him does not mean you should go back to him. But my major advice and prayer for you is that the Lord consecrate you with him in this period, to the point that the ginosco that you have with him is going to strengthen you in this tough time. Because what God wants to do with this is only him that knows. And let God decide your next move. Don't think that this can't happen to you because your man is a good man. Good men can make foolish mistakes. If you doubt them, go and check David in the Bible. Good men can make foolish mistakes due to lack of self-control. That's why your real focus should not be on having a happy marriage. Your real focus should be having a surrendered life to Christ.
Marriage doesn't change a woman, it removes the mask. Let me say that again. Marriage does not change a woman, marriage removes the mask of the woman. This is the story of Frederick Leonard, the Nollywood actor, and his wife, Peggy. This is the second time that Freddie has ended his marriage. What I am trying to say in a layman's language is that Frederick Leonard ended his marriage, not the other way around. I decided not to speak to this before now out of my respect for the couple, especially Freddie. Freddie is a personal friend. I can call myself his legal counsel, and I can call myself his therapist. You understand? So I decided not to speak to this, but obviously his wife made this wide range allegation of a particular married woman that Freddie has been sleeping with even before marriage. Nothing like that happened. Absolutely nothing like that. Peggy is trying to push a narrative that she left her marriage because the husband was cheating. Nah. Peggy did not leave her marriage because the husband was cheating. Freddie ended his marriage because Peggy was very disrespectful. I had spoken to Freddie Leonard before now several times on this thing, and I will tell you that he was careful not to paint his wife black. He was very careful. But is this coincidence that you removed his surname from your social media just about 2-3 weeks ago, and then 2-3 weeks later, you are coming with such a huge allegation? This marriage has ended before now. It's not today. You understand? In the course of your separation, you had accused multiple women. Just very recently, you unfollowed Syrian Martins, the Bayelsa Nollywood actress, accusing her of having a thing or two to do with your husband. You were on call with her. She was with her man, and she told you, "Madam, you are on speaker." You said you had evidences that she was sleeping with your husband, and she told you she was with her man. You should please bring your evidences. This is my problem with women, and I actually don't like I have to do this. Because, oh, Rita, why you never support women? The truth is I want to support women, but I need women to give me reasons to support them. I need women to give me reasons to support them. This is a man that decided to get married to Peggy against all odds. He respects Peggy. I can tell you because I've spoken to Freddie Leonard so many times. And the first time we spoke, I told him, "Thank you for being so respectful of your wife." He was careful not to say anything bad about his wife. He just said, "Rita, the marriage has broken down irretrievably, not because my wife is a bad person, but because my wife is very Western." I am quoting him word for word. The wife does not believe in submission. He said, Peggy does not believe in submission. The first time he ended the marriage, they were arguing, and Peggy walked out on him. They were having an argument. Peggy walked out on him. And this was against the agreement they had before they got married. "Madam, you can do anything. I understand you. I understand your personality. But you see me here, anytime we are arguing, because it's normal for man and wife to argue, and you walk away, you might be going home from there." That was the first time they had separation. After that, Peggy and her people begged, and they made peace, and they continued the marriage. Tell me why this person does not have an iota of respect for the man she married. And if you know Freddie Leonard, you would know that he is very traditional. There are things he would take, there are things he wouldn't take. They talked about this. They talked about the argument they had. They talked about how Peggy walked away on him while they argued. Peggy apologized. Peggy called it an oversight. They made up. I don't think they ever argued about Freddie being with any woman. It was not what broke down their marriage. Their marriage simply broke down because Peggy was not submissive. Do we call Peggy a feminist? Maybe. But if you know that you're a feminist, you don't get married to a man like Freddie Leonard. You don't. If you know you're right, you don't get married to a man like Freddie Leonard. There was a time I did a video on is this signs of masculine men. Because of this man personality that I know online and offline, he cannot be married to a woman that does not believe in submission. And he simply couldn't cope with Peggy, and he asked Peggy that he was done. So this marriage has broken down before now, long ago. There was a time Tosin Silva mentioned it. I did not want to speak to it because I didn't have the permission of the husband to speak to it. You understand? I didn't want to speak to it, but the marriage has broken down long before now. This babe refused to change her surname online, refused to drop the husband's name online. This babe literally just dropped the husband's name, the husband's surname, just a few weeks back, not up to 21 days ago. And then, boom, the next thing is you're writing an epistle, how there was a particular married woman. Does the married woman not have a name? Mind you, this is Nigeria, and he who alleges must prove. Does the married woman not have a name? Or Freddie Leonard goes around sleeping with married woman? Because you've accused 4 people that I can count 4 people, including the Nollywood actress, Syria Martins. Why are you running up and down? See, this is the problem. People don't learn. Your marriage has broken down. Why don't you go and self-audit yourself? Self-audit. I tell people, this is the problem I have with most people. You have decided to go your separate ways. Your husband called off the marriage. He is done with the marriage. Do you have to? Do you have to dent his image? Do you have to disgrace him? Madam, if you want to move on, which you've moved on, you're allegedly dating somebody. If you want to show your relationship online, please do it freely. This man is not after you. This man does not want you back. This man, he has been begging you to drop his surname. You've managed to do that. Why do you? You can come out and tell people you're divorced without having to dent his image. You are a public figure. He is a public figure. The other day, you went viral for trying to hit a man. It speaks so much to your personality. It speaks so much to your personality. I don't have anything against women, but your husband has been living his life and he has never come out to say anything bad about you. What is this? I'm trying to understand. What is this? There is this particular married woman he has been sleeping with. How do you want the world to see him? Somebody as responsible as Freddie Leonard is sleeping with a married woman. I've told him what to do. It's left for him if he wants to do it. He should sue you. You have to reveal the identity of that married woman. Women don't know how to walk away quietly. You people don't just know how to. It's ended, it's ended. You don't owe the world anything. You don't owe nobody nothing. Why is this? So that they don't say, oh, your marriage is broken. Marriages break every day. You don't need to dent someone else's image. This is absurd, to say the least. What's this?